Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about how to pick an idea. If you're like any entrepreneur that I know anyways, you usually have more than one idea that you want to bring to market. Or you're trying to maybe decide between two, or one's more passionate or one's more viable. This video is all about how to pick the right one. So the benefits of learning this process is you'll have more clarity. My bet is if you're working on two ideas right now, you're using all your bandwidth on those two ideas and you're splitting up your time, meaning you're not getting as much traction as you could be on one. That would be just single focus and more traction. You'll get way more done in the long term. Some challenge if you don't go through this process. You're holding all these ideas. You're likely talking to friends, getting their opinion, maybe talking to family, getting their opinion, doing some research on the internet, trying to figure out what idea is better or to market. And you're standing at the crossroads and maybe you're not doing anything. So picking one and moving forward is far more important. This is really important because I have a close friend that was trying to pick between two ideas for a really long time. He was talking to friends, he was trying to get feedback from some instructors and some professors that he knew, and he was talking to a number of people about his ideas. Well, guess what happened? Someone figured out that one of his ideas was really great and took it to market way before he could. So even if it was his idea, he didn't have any claim to the idea because he lacked action and traction. So I don't want that to have happened to you. That's why I want to go through this piece with you. Couple things to think about first. So number one is assuming that you've done your research already. There ought to be research around, is there a need for the idea and the topic? Is the market viable? Truly, is there people that wanting to pay, or can they actually get your idea for free on the internet? That is a huge piece, so think about that. Assuming that you've done the research already and you've got two or more options that would all be successful, I want you to ask yourself a couple things. One is, what idea are you more passionate about? What idea are you more passionate about? Because what happens often is we get stuck between two. The one idea that we're passionate about, and then the one idea that we think is a guarantee to make money and that's going to be big. Well, I promise you, when the going gets tough and you want to keep going and you just are having a really hard time, the idea that you're passionate about is going to get you way further than the one that's just going to make you some money. Okay. The second piece is, which idea can you picture yourself 5 years down the road still working through? Which one can you picture yourself in the future? That is a huge, unless the goal is to develop a big business and then sell, that's another training video. Then the last question is, which idea is occupying your mind most? Likely you're thinking about them at night. Maybe you're dreaming about them. Maybe you're first thing in the morning, you're jotting down some notes that you had during the night. Which one is occupying your mind the most? Okay. And my bet, the other piece is I bet that you know which idea would be better than the other. You're just wrestling with yourself and maybe you're listening to your friends that favor one idea over the other. Just be honest with yourself. You're not going to disappoint anybody. You're the one that's going to have to work the idea until fruition. So when you figure out these pieces, think about how good it's going to feel when you just finally put all the pieces together to launch one idea, and you're not, because our brains have bandwidth, right? So think about internet bandwidth. The more things that we've got running in the background, or the more computers that are connected, the slower the bandwidth is. Same thing for you. Once you pick one idea, my bet is that you're going to move so much faster and so much further on your idea than just one. And truly, the next challenge that you're going to run into is, well, how do I develop my business? And that's exactly what I built this free training for you on. So, and I know that you want to build a business. I know that you want to keep moving forward and not share your idea with a bunch of people and have them steal it and get all this success. I want you to do that. So click the links below, join my free training groups, and we'll see you there. Thank you.